Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So North Texas's offense has the football first here today. Well, the energy in this building, Chris, is just going to pick up as this Sugar Bowl unfolds. As they say in New Orleans, let le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll.
And really one of the more hostile environments, I think, when it comes to bowl games. You know, I've called so many games in here. Think about the history. Going all the way back to 1935, they played the Sugar Bowl right here in New Orleans. I think a lot of people have associated this bowl game with the SEC. But as we've seen since the start of the playoff, teams like Washington, Ohio State, Clemson, among others, have made this trip down here to the Bayou.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain. They need a yard here in third down to keep this opening drive going. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That is a great job by this defense. The defensive line really taking control up front. I love how those linebackers flowed on that play. Nice tackle for a loss. That sets up the fourth down.
So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. Tackle made at the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
And that is a gutsy call to go for it on fourth down in your own territory. But you can see that this coach is confident in his offense and going to their go-to plays that they call up specifically for these situations.
Throws a bullet to the right. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, you find a one-on-one matchup just like this, even though it's the first play of the game, and you attack downfield. Regardless of the situation, when you see a matchup as a quarterback, you take advantage of it. What a way to get started here for this offense.
They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from the first down. Crucial third down play after that completion. And the quarterback just sneaks it. The first and 10 play coming up for the offense. Picks up the first, looking for more. Tackle made, but the game moves the ball to the 30.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. There's that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Lets it fly to the wideout. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
They're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have first and goal now.
Well, it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
Running right through tacklers. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, North Texas. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
There's a kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Bears offense gets their first crack now. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Send the back in motion. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Trying to extend the play. Breaking free at the 35. They get him down, but that's a good run, enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going. The Bears will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
Solid gain, moves the ball to a 43. Second down after that run on the previous play. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. Important third down play coming up. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Going to pick up the third and short through the air. Dumps it down to the back. Caught. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. And the Bears are on the move here. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the first quarter. And it's North Texas on top so far, Kirk. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. The game makes it second and medium. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back and is intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. Inside the 20. And he's into the end zone, but hold on. There's a flag on the field. This might be coming back. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. Now the try here for the extra point. With the PAT, they take a 14-0 lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick six, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8. No huddle here for the offense. Same tailback, another carry. Makes the defender miss. Finally marked out after a big gain, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? Second down play coming up for this offense. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. It's a short completion at the tight end. He breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. The Bears come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Handoff here from the shotgun. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. QB decides to keep it here. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. And the Bears come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Pressure is coming. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Well, the offense tries to go with a play action to slow this defense down, but they weren't buying. They applied the pressure, came up with the sack.
This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. And they stop him, but not before an explosive play. Moves the ball all the way to the 32. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Caught near the goal line. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. Now a chance to cut into this lead before halftime. It's 1st and goal. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on his scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get it to the end zone. But the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
Running out of time in the pocket. It's a sack. They've got it back at the 4-yard line.
Well, that's their 2nd sack already in this game right now. And this offensive coordinator, he's going to have to come up with some changes in pass pro. Keep a tight end in, roll the quarterback out, anything they can do to help him out. Otherwise, this poor guy's going to spend his entire playoff experience on his back.
And they will trot out the field goal team here. This is going to be a 21-yard chip shot. And it's good right down the middle.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So they settled for 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. North Texas's offense is back out there now. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a 1st down. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Looking for the wide out. Incomplete, just 3 seconds left. Time for 1 more play.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, it's going to cost you.
Just time enough for 1 more play in the half. 3rd down play here out of the shotgun. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the 1st half. And then it's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And they'll kick it away now to get this 3rd quarter underway. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it. He's a wide open receiver, complete. He has 1st down yardage at the 46. The Bears hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Nice play-action call here by this offensive coordinator. You know, you can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Pitch play to the back. 7-yard gain sets up a 3rd and 3. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Defense makes the stop after the completion. 2nd down after that run on the previous play.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can
escapes the pocket but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Receiver makes the grab. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's 4th down. And the Bears will bring their punt team onto the field. First part of the game now, looking to pin him back deep. And the punt flies out of bounds. They'll spot this around the 25-yard line. Here comes the North Texas offense back on the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
And the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Gives it to the back. Solid run. Tackled at the 45-yard line.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
2nd down play coming up. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. They're going to run it. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
It's a strong run. Keeps the drive going. First down now. They'll run it here. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 30 now. Touchdown, Mean Green. No chance to catch it. So the offense flexing here, Kirk, and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Yeah, that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
Point after, knocked right through. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. And they finally get things going this time. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Fires it to the wideout. And he pulls in the catch. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And he's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49. Offense comes up to the line. He might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. They're going to run it here. And they bring him down, but that's enough for a first down as the clock runs down here in the third quarter. And it's North Texas on top so far, Kirk. With 3 quarters in the books with a chance to stay alive in the playoff at stake, let's take a quick look at the stats so far. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Quick throw to his receiver. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone. First down, looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They bring him down with the junior quarterback showing off the cannon. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And the mean green offense is back on the field now. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here.
Well, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the fourth quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Ball handed off. That run moves the ball to the 13-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. And there's the handoff. Nothing doing on that play. The big D tackle there for the stop.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fit, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Looking right, this one caught. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
That is such a big pickup for this offense late in this game. You go play action pass on 3rd down. You know, a lot of times you're caught up on the quarterback trying to sell it. I think the entire offense does their job here. The defense is out of position. They're able to convert.
He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47. Well, this head coach told us we prepared well. We're ready. I'd be shocked if he didn't go out and play well. And he had